Are you looking for a 60-watt light to jumpstart your content creation setup? And you're like me that you want to minimize the footprint in your probably small space like a home studio? Then you've got to check out this brand new light from Amaran, the Amaran 60XS. But before we continue, if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Nico and I create videos about camera gear, audio equipment, desk setups, studio setups. I'm not a professional photographer or videographer. I used to professionally edit at a podcast company, but all the opinions here in my channel is from a perspective of an everyday tech dad. Now, let's go back to this light. Now, just a disclaimer, Aputure did send out this Amaran 60XS to me for me to try out and, have an opinion on how this light performs. But this is not a sponsored video. There's no money that changed hands, and all of the things that I will say here is an honest opinion, and they did not tell me to say anything. With that being said, let's talk about this light. Now, the Amaran 60XS is actually a sequel to a very popular product by Amaran, which is the 60X. So this is actually an upgrade on that first version of this light. So how is it an upgrade? Well, according to Aputure, the Amaran has a higher SSI rating, which they said on the website. This has an 89 SSI rating in daylight and a 90 SSI rating in tungsten. And that means if you're new to filmmaking, content creation, or lighting, then that means that you will get more color accurate colors from this light. For example, if you are lighting a person, a subject, then you will get more natural skin tones, as the light will not distort the color of your subject. So that is the biggest upgrade. If you have the 60X and you are thinking of buying the 60XS, then there is an improvement on that department. But if you're buying your first light, that is not the only benefit in getting the 60XS. Now, as I've told you earlier, I am currently minimizing the footprint here in my office or my YouTube studio. Now, my first cob light before was a 60-watt light, but its size is around like 2.5 60XS when it comes to the size. And when Aputure sent this, I already sold that. I'm currently using a 180 watt light, which is more than enough from what I need here in a YouTube studio. So a 60 watt light is definitely enough for what I do. And for me to mount a 180 watt light, I also need a bigger light stand. So when I got this light, the space here in the office just dwindled, and it's hard to walk around, especially when I have everything set up when shooting a YouTube video. So that is advantage or benefit number one that I like about this light. It is so small. As you can see here, I am placing it down on the table on my desk, and this is how it is in comparison to my iPhone 13 Pro. Now, I'm not saying it's as big as an iPhone 13 Pro, but just for your reference, this is how it is as compared to my phone. Now, before we continue with the benefits, let's look at what you get out of this box when you purchase the Amaran 60XS. Now, the first thing I like about this is not just a box. This is actually a carrying case, as it has a handle. And when you open it, of course, there's nothing in it because I took everything out already. But you can see that there is compartments for all accessories that came in the package. Now, aside from the light itself, which I already showed you, it comes with this battery pack because you can actually power the Amaran 60XS with 2 NPF batteries. So that's another benefit that you have. This light is portable, as you do not need to rely on plug-in power. Speaking of plug-in power, out of the box, you also have these cables and this power brick to power the light using, the socket. And if you're just in the studio, you don't need to waste those NPF batteries' juice, so you can just plug in straight to the wall and power your light up. Now, another thing that comes in the box is this mount for light stands, and it also comes with this quarter 20-inch thread mount thingy, which, you know, if you want to mount this on a light stand, you just connect this, screw it at the bottom of the stand, and you will put this here, and if this is attached, then you can attach this on a light stand. Now, this is one thing that I like about this light, is that some other lights have, you know, yokes built into it, but this actually has a quarter 20-inch thread at the bottom of the light, and I'll show you why I love this feature later. Let's finish what's out of the box. Oh, we've got this reflector, which is, you know, pretty standard for any cob light that you buy. You have this reflector, but what I like about this package for the Amaran 60XS is this. So it's the first time I'm opening it, but I know what it is because it has a label. It says fabric diffusion. So usually those who are new to buying COB lights, they don't buy soft boxes or other diffusions, you know, attachments you put on the light to soften the light source. And what I like about the Amaran 60XS is, if this is your first light source, then they already provided you with a diffusion. It's a fabric diffusion to soften the light if you don't have any soft boxes to diffuse your light. So this is it. Of course, it won't perform as, you know, a 90-inch soft box, or even like a 60 or 75-inch soft boxes, but at least you have some sort of diffusion if you still don't have your soft boxes. So that is everything that comes out of the box. Now, going back to this quarter 20-inch thread, I have this Manfrotto Pixi Mini here, and I will attach this to the Amaran 60XS. Now, remember this, which is the mount for the NPF batteries. If you mount it here and you attach it to the Amaran 60S, then you've got yourself a very portable light that you can use, you know, outdoors. If you have a remote shoot, you don't have plug-in power, then look at this. This is a very, very portable mount. Just attach, you know, some modifiers, a soft box in front of this, have someone like hold it. You've got lighting, a quality lighting setup in your remote shoots. How cool is that? All right, so enough with these other benefits. Let's actually test out the light. So I am going to remove this cover, and let's attach this modifier for this test. By the way, the Amaran 60XS comes with a Bowens mount. So, you know, the most common type of mount when it comes to light modifiers, Bowens mount. So you don't need to buy like adapters, attachments to be able to use your current modifier. So let's plug in to the wall outlet and let's test out how bright this thing gets. All right, so I am now plugged into the wall with this Amaran 60XS, and I'm going to turn it on and let's see how bright it is. I'm not going to face it towards the camera so that you won't get blinded, but here it is. All right, so let me just, there you go. This is at 20%. Now here in the screen of the light itself, you can see that there are two units. There is a percentage of, you know, the light, the brightness of the light, and since the Amaran 60X is a bicolor light, then you also have this Kelvin unit ranging from, I think, 2700. Let's check. So yes, 2700 all the way up to 6500 Kelvin when it comes to the color temperature of the light. So currently I am at 6500 Kelvin. As you can see, it's very, very cool. Now you can toggle which of these you control with this red knob by actually pressing and holding the red knob. There, you're switching between the brightness and the color temperature. And when you press the red button, like not holding it, just pressing it, for the brightness, you go in increments of 20%. So now we're at 100%, go back to 20, this is 40, 60, 80, and 100. Now, let me just point this at me at 20%. So it's that bright. Now, of course, you would want to soften this with a softbox, but this is at 20%. So I don't know if I want to do this. 40, 60. Oh no, I'm in Kelvin. All right. So let's change this to 20%. No, I'm not gonna directly point it at me. 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, 100%. I can't open my eyes here. And back down to 20%. Now, I'll see what the diffusion that comes with the package does, if it's actually a decent diffuser. Let's put it on right now. Not really as soft as I want to be, as I see in the screen. It's still a bit harsh, but it did soften it a little bit. So that's the brightness of the Amaran 60XS. I'll probably create another video wherein I'm actually using this as my key light, because that's what I plan to do with this light, is for it to be my main key light. So I'll create another video so that you'll see how it performs when it is your main key light. But one thing I want to talk about right now is there's one more trick this has up its sleeve, and it's the app. You can actually control this Amaran 60XS via an app called Sidus Link, or Sidus Link. Aputure, please correct me which is the correct way to say it. But anyway, the Sidus Link app is an app that you can download on Android and the iOS to be able to remotely control the Amaran 60XS. So let me show you as I connect it live, because I haven't connected the app with my light. Let's connect it right now. So let's open the Sidus Link. Ask app not to track. We agree. Login. Guest mode. Let's do the guest mode. Yes, use Bluetooth. Scenes, fixtures, network. So scene 1. Okay, so you have to go to a scene to add your lights. Now, there you go. It was that fast. It already detected. Set up. Oh, it's paired. There you go. I think this is the fastest pairing of any app to a light that I have tried ever. So right now the light is at 4%, the brightness. Let me see if I can. There you go. It's at 100%. You can see here. Bring it back down. Yep, 0 and 100%. Let's try the color temperature. There you go. Warm, cool, warm, cool, and there you go. That's so great. That's so quick to set up, to pair, and I didn't even have to log in. You could use it in guest mode. All right, so that is the quick walkthrough of this Amaran 60XS. I am excited to test this out, especially as my main light here in the studio, and probably I would, want to borrow a meter just to show you if the claims of Aputure that this is an 89 SSI rating and a 89 SSI rating in daylight and 90 SSI rating in tungsten, if how accurate that claim is. But yeah, for now, just initial test. I think this will be a great light for my studio setup. And the Amaran 60XS retails for this price right here in the US and this price right here in the Philippines. Don't worry, I know how much it is roughly. I just want to get the exact SRP numbers. And I think, it's not the cheapest 60-watt light in the market, but if you want quality, as my friend Justin Espejo said, it's either you buy nice or you buy twice. And for something that is nice, it is actually still on the budget side, as compared to other lights. So I feel that this is still a light that is on a good price when it comes to getting your first 60-watt light. So that's it for today. Please tell me in the comments, are you getting the Amaran 60XS? Do you feel that this light is bang for its buck, meaning, the performance or the price to performance ratio is worth it? Please tell me in the comments below. And if you want to watch other videos like these, camera gear reviews, audio equipment, desk setups, studio setups, then please check out my other videos here.